I could start drilling some troops as well. Cannot drill an army without a leader. That can be changed. So we'll start drilling you. 1 over my force limit. I might get rid of the explorer. Because at the moment you're not really doing much for me. Although you do have better maneuver, which would mean more trade power. Nah, not worth it. Right, you have the second general, you are training, good. You guys jump on the ships, you guys head over to the colonies. Hey Margin. We have a lot of rebels about to fire. An awful lot. Alright, with that in mind, I'm going to reduce my rooting out corruption for a time. Because I want to increase the strength of this military. St. Vincent just got another 100. Conversion successful in Cambridge. We'll do what we can for the people of York. Though it's probably too little too late. Ooh, you got here already. That was surprisingly quick. Portuguese colonies. Yeah, 2 of them. 3 of them. We're equal. Nobody else has any, though. Like, 1578. And there are a grand total of 6 colonies in the New World. Of all of the Europeans combined. 6. Ooh, more, yeah, mercantilism, sure. Why not? Six colonies, no England. Everything's fine. It's fine. No problems here. Right, who am I going after? Probably Quiche. Actually, Quiche is kind of big. I'd like a landing ground first. Totonac, you're looking suspiciously open. Let's jump you guys on a ship. Let's send the ships over here. Is it a soggy quiche? Probably. Midlands. That would be you guys. We're about to get a second colony. Finishing. Right! Declare war. Wait. Why? Oh, I have to fabricate it first. You mean I actually need a legitimate justification for doing this? Ugh. Sports. In that case, let's continue rooting out the corruption inherent in the system. I was a bit closer than I would have liked, but we still won. It's all good. And I really do want to increase your numbers. We'll go 1 more cavalry. And then probably 1 more artillery after that. So Lucia is self-sustaining. Good. I think I'm going to double down and just continue taking over the Caribbean. Because if you have a big Caribbean colony, it becomes so wealthy. Oh my gosh, so wealthy. Natural scientist has died. That is unfortunate. Oh, now you rise. Now that I'm not sitting next to you anymore. I mean, really, I have all the justification I need. It's clearly a part of Scotland. It's just the people there seem to have forgotten it, so we need to kind of remind them. At least that's how I think it works. Argyle. Well, at least we're getting rid of all of our revolt risk in like one quick go. Still surprised that we're having so many problems with this, though. Robert is now a zealot. Interesting. There we go, Argyle has fallen. Then it's just going to be the Pale. And there's the Pretender. The disputed succession of Robert has called a Pretender to raise an army and march for the capital. Stability drop. Oh, not again. Thankfully I have a lot of stability right now. Religious unity is still costing me. And my chance of civil war is not dropping. It's just not going up anymore. So as soon as I conquer something, we're having a civil war. It's pretty much how I am reading that right now. Profiteering in York. York, what do you produce? Cloth. Production. Competition's good for everyone. We're not protecting the people of York. Are you mad? Why would we do that? I read that Britain wasn't so bothered by the American Revolution because the Caribbean made the Crown so much money. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised by that. Nope, you are not stealing my empty fort. Thought I dealt with you. Ooh, gain 1.5 innovativeness. With new developments in the art of glassmaking and metalwork comes the ability to create more refined scientific instruments. Lenses that magnify the very distant and the very small are invaluable to our astronomers and natural philosophers, while chemists hone their craft with more complex metal tools. Recent breakthroughs have given Scotland a scientific edge in the production of this equipment. We can, but eagerly await the discovery that have been made possible. 11.6. Who is the most innovative in the world? Good grief, Bohemia has 29. I mean, I'm 5th now, which is awesome. Top 5. And considering I'm getting a plus 50% innovativeness, how? Am I going to convert the British Isles to the glorious Scottish culture? Probably not, just because it's so unbelievably expensive. If culture converting was cheaper, I probably would think about it. Oh, I should probably accept the Irish. How long until tech up? Still another 3 years. Yeah, we should probably do that. Seeing as they make up a significant portion of our population, we probably could even do the Welsh. Do I really want to pay 100 Diplo for 4% of the population, though? No. And yes, we definitely want these advisor slots, so we'll go for the national tax. We'll need to wait until we have the money for this. Internal conflicts in the Ottoman Empire. What a shame. Right, do any of these produce gold? No, but you do produce spices. So, the capital. Golden era for Friesland. Alright, so the next thing I think I want to do is I'm just going to cancel you two. And we're just going to start claiming all of the things over here. No, I have to wait until... Wait, they are home. Why can't I build improvement? Oh, it has to be on the Overlord. There we go. Let's head over to Ulster so that we're ready to intercept the Pale when they rise, inevitably. And... Advisor. Right, and with that done, we can then start rooting out the corruption once more. The British had a whole faction in Parliament going about saying, let them go, we don't need them, they don't want to stay. 13 colonies weren't all that big. Richest colony, but the Caribbean and India were projected to make much more money in the long run. Culture, convert the English, and then convert all Scotland to English. No. If I was going to do anything, then I would... Wait, what? War between Portugal and Poland. Oh, that's because you're only 15. You are, however, a zealot, which means more missionary strength, which is good. York's been converted. Yeah, these are quite significantly quicker now. Good. Good! And bear in mind that the more religious unity I have, the faster I generate church power, which means the more mercantilism I get. Anglicanism is kinda strong. Simply for that. I mean, their other bonuses are basically non-existent. The innovativeness is nice, I guess. Hasn't made as big a difference as I thought it would, though. And the 10% development's nice, but my impression of development's actually going down because I seem to do it so infrequently. And that's me. I focus development. And I almost never do it. Because I never have the monarch points for it. Right, that's all of the rebels. Oh no, that was not Meth. That was them. For Pete's sake. Meth, Meath, I'm not sure which one it is. France and Austria rivals. I thought they already were. France has got a printing press. The union of Robert and Elizabeth. We've gained not only a spouse but also a new ally in the realm. And David. Alright, Dave. Is the new heir. Those reformed zealots. France might well flip. Even Austria might. Yeah, you're going to have serious problems holding on to that. But then again, the Ottomans aren't doing that well. This is the smallest Ottomans I've seen in a long time. Lithuania's been gobbled up by Russia. Russia is scary. Yeah, Paradox definitely seem to overpower whoever the focus of their DLC is. Like during the Third Rome, Russia overpowered. During Mandate of Heaven, China overpowered. Rule Britannia, probably Britain overpowered. And that's the kind of thing I would expect them to fix for the multiplayer DLCs, but they don't seem to be doing that. Oh, for the multiplayer games that they do in-house. Just because it means so much to them, but they don't seem to be doing it at the moment. Right, military tech can go up to level 14. That sounds like a good plan to me. Although, we are now paying 30%. Is it worth taking 1,000 in money? Loans. To pay that off. Well, let's get rid of the corruption first, and we'll see how things stand at that point. Because how is that institution spreading? It's going to be a while before the next wave of counties take it. Although Lothain's about to get it, and Lothain's a big chunk of my value. Question of rights. The subject of ours recently, currently, yeah, don't really care. We'll just lose the claim. Because I will be taking it from them at some point in the near future. We'll just let the military points build up, that's fine. Am I going for Nova Scotia? Hell yeah. Quartermaster's died. Can you please stop dying? Thank you. Come on, when are you going to rise? I've been waiting for that for a while now. Is this my 5th colony? So once St. Vincent is built... Actually, it would be when Guadeloupe is built. Then I will get my colony over here. Well ahead of the Portuguese. Promising trader. Gain skill to trader at 50%. Trade efficiency. That's not actually a bad idea. Cost 3.8. I'm tempted by that. So we need to save up 30 ducats. Alright, so once again, stop doing the corruption thing. We'll raise the 30. How do I feel about the new Hearts of Iron 4 DLC? It's fine. It changes a couple of things which it badly needed to change. Like, I think actually, I don't know whether this is the patch or the DLC, but like the biggest change, well, there's 3 biggest changes. So the new trait system for generals and the fact that you have an order of battle is fantastic. I love that. The ability to attach air forces to armies is amazing. It is so helpful. It just means that you're doing a lot less micromanaging of air forces, which, to be honest, just get forgotten otherwise. And then the third one, decisions. I do like the decision system, though I am more interested to see what the mods do with that. Beaver fur is an excellent material for hat making. It keeps warmth and can hold its shape well even in rough weather and over long times. Rising demand for felt hats, not has, along with a complicated process involved in making them, has led to the growth of a healthy hat making sector in our economy. Price of fur increases. That's the second time. I should be in Canada. Can I become an administrative monarchy yet? Probably, actually. Yes. And there we are. Admin monarchy. And also more converting. So my manpower limits will go down, but that's fine. I could take the colonies from Portugal. Oh, hello. Bringing in marriageable women. Pioneer colony is very much a man's place. But as the colony develops, we look to switch growth from immigrations to new births. The colonial company responsible for one of our colonies has arranged a number of marriageable women, mostly widows, to travel to the colony to see that families are started. That's... Oh, 10 population short of actually becoming a proper colony. City. Location. Place. Thing. Oh yeah, I mean, the Scottish are so advanced that we clearly have an air force in 1582. Obviously. Right, let's buy you. And then let's continue to root out the corruption inherent in the system. And yes, I know it's violence, not corruption. And here we go. We are now losing innovativeness. I'm going to pay for it. Of course, you're not showing it now. Alright, Lethane's done. It will cost 800, so that will be 4 loans. 1, 2, 3, 4. Embrace. And then technology. All of them. And then that's done. Superior unit type. Cavalry, probably? Yeah, Caracol. And then I need to grab my English Channel ships. Dock you in Sussex. How much will you cost to upgrade? 786. It's a price worth paying. Upgrade. Then get back to protecting trade in the English Channel. And it's going to be the same thing for you. Head over to Lubeck. Norfolk and upgrade. And then get on with protecting trade in Lubeck. Furthermore, I want you to buy some more ships. Losing a bit of money. Let's drop the corruption reduction. In fact, we're going to be losing a lot of money because we're not currently doing trade. Which is why I left a bit of a buffer there. Alright, next up. I've unfortunately been caught... Actually, where's this? Zapotec. Let's go ahead and fabricate a claim here. So it's Mix. Mix is the one I can reach. Okay, and I would also say that we are basically ready for a fight against Totomac. We do need a diplomat though. So we'll stop fabricating on Quiche, although I could also go to Quiche and say, yo, fabricate a claim. And that's going to be Ziklakalanko. That one. The Scottish Air Force consists of drunkards jumping off of tavern roofs with daggers. Bohemia probably has an air force with their 30 innovation. Yeah, maybe. It's just old Ian with a glider and some bombs, but it totally counts as an air force. The Scottish Air Force is called the Diving Scots. Freedom! And there we go, St. Vincent is done. So let's start working on Antigua. We're losing a lot less money than I anticipated we would be. I guess these guys still count as protecting trade even though they're totally not moving. Interesting. Genoa is no longer transferring trade to France. I'm still amazed you were doing that at all. Right, so I think that we are ready to go. Jump on the transport. Head over to here. We'll probably land in that spot. We're going to be dropping 10,000 men off. I'm going to have to wait a bit after that. Their military level is 6. Mine is 14. We should be fine. See you, Mystery Potato. Alright, Totomac. Confirm. Drop them off there. Colonize Florida for weaponized alligators. France declared war on Flanders. Conquest. CB. Interesting. Oh, great. The general who was here just died. Well, hopefully we can take this province before their army arrives, then we can go and switch the general over to you. There we are. Job's done. Let's... Okay, now we're losing money. Why am I suddenly now losing money? Has it just realized that I'm not actually protecting trade? Ah, and I definitely don't need my forts active, because, you know, we're on the other side of the world right now. A Totomac invasion of Scotland would be an impressive sight indeed. In fact, I would probably capitulate to them if they managed to pull that off. And then let's drop off the last of the troops. And that'll do. Yeah, but my 4 level 1 forts do not cost like 10 ducats. Also, my trade income plummeted. It was down to like 11. There we go. Much better. Right then. Send you over to there. In fact, Bohemia's Golden Era. Let's stick you out in the Tampico Bay, because that gives me a +2 because we have the blockade ability. Austria has announced France as the new rival. I have that, right? Yes. So why is that only a +1? Oh, right. It goes from -2 to 0 and then +1. I know these mechanics. Honest. Where's their army gone? Poland's announced me as a rival. Fine. Friesland will cede Groningen, Overstrecht to Oldenburg. Friesland will be forced to give money. Friesland will pay money. And that's good. Right, let's shift down here. Looming disaster. Gah! I'm almost tempted just to let that fire so I can deal with it, because it doesn't seem to be any way of reducing the progress. Yeah, I think I'm basically just going to have to let it fire. So in that case, I'm going to raise my forts now, because it's going to happen. I'm also tempted to just build another stack of troops. Or at least a half stack. Or just increase the number of men there. You're allied to Tarascan. He's a vassal of Tarascan. Rebels? Over here? Well, considering the Meath troops still haven't risen, I'm going to grab you guys and I'm just going to start you drilling, I think. Let's get you some more professionalism and combat strength. Ooh, some more mercantilism. Don't mind if I do. Oh, and now you rise. Because of course you do. Like the second that I turn off their combat strength, then you come and attack me. No one wants to work. That's not what I wanted. Alright, let's reduce the corruption reduction. We're down to 4.7. Because we're about to take another loan and we are paying out 6 ducats in interest now. That's also where a lot of my money went. Those bloody interest payments. The Columbian exchange with the colonization of the Americas, a wide range of new seeds, crops, and animals were starting to spread between the New World and the Old. From the first moments of introduction, crops such as maize, maranok, and tomatoes are now spreading over the entire Old World, just as non-American beasts of burden are becoming ever more sought after in the New World. As lands that were once considered unfit for growing anything, either for part of the year or even in some cases ever before, are to be put to use in the production of food and cereals. The general availability of the food is higher than ever before. Few things in this century will bring as much benefit to the common man, as grown food is now much less scarce than it once was. The price of grain goes down, livestock goes up. I think I actually produce more livestock than I do grain. So that's fine. They have a glaive and chainmail. CK2 wants their rebels back. Yeah. Conversion successful. I'm going to continue doing the old world first, and then we'll worry about the new. Right, that's beaten. Flanders was fully annexed by France. France is blobbing like crazy. Thankfully, they still absolutely adore us, and there we go. We have now got every single one of these in the Age of Reformation. I've never done that before. Usually I get like 2. I don't think progress with this disaster can go down. No, I don't think so either. Well, hopefully 22,000 men are going to be enough to fight this civil war. If not, I can always bring in the other crew. I should probably bring back the other crew, but then I'm kind of worried that the civil war will raise armies over here. At least until I beat them off at least once. So who's Tarascan? Oh, France has got a colony. I think I need a conquistador so I can go exploring.